Okay, this is a video, and I'm going to try to do this and upload this to YouTube. I don't know how it's going to work, but I'm going to show you something that I came up with, okay? And it has to do with the complication of May 21st. May 21st, an electric company, when you create electric company, the way to create electric company is with a 3 and a 5. May 21st, in which is 1 times 2, and 1 plus 2 equals 2 and 3, number 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5 and 6, which equals 11. Electric company, 3 times 5 is 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 11. 3 times 5, which is 15. 3 plus 5 is 8. We have 23 again. When we multiply 2 times 3 and 2 plus 3, we end up with 5 and 6 and 11 again. Electric company. One of the reasons for electric company is because of Roman numerals. And I'm going to try and show you an image that goes along with electric company. The butterfly, the fleur-de-lis, the corn, the pie of the corn, okay? The heart. You see the 3, electric? The V is the 5 for the 5th planet, electric company. Venus for the V. The 5th planet is Jupiter. The 3rd planet and the 3 that looks like an E is Earth, creating electric company. Okay? Hello, here I am, electric company. I company the electric. How else would I think? Where is my information? How do I remember so far back? Spirit entry into the star base, electric company. I will show you how this works also. Number 19, 8 and 11. 11 becomes 2, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20. Okay, 20, the 0 becomes 6, becomes 8. So you have 17, which is 8, and then you have 20, which is 8. You have 88 connecting the two sides of roulette, and it becomes 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8, 2, 5, 8. Electric company, the ace, okay, the ace is supported in the center. It is neutralized by these fingers over here. This one is not the same. When they say 1, 2, and 1, this is what you're using. The thumb is not the same thing. You want to see your butterfly? Anyways, I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay. Electric company, the butterfly. I'd like to know what the thyroid gland is and if they're controlling us. The gold of the moon of the calf, of the golden calf, of the gold that has the same numbers. Okay, 38, which Spade, S&P, Standards & Poor, another electric company, S&P 19 and 16 together equals 35. It's all about 35 because when you go to the roulette table, okay, you go 1, 4, 7, okay, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, and so on. But when you take the last number over here, which is number 34, and the first one is 35. The next one is 4. The one over here is 31. 31 and 4 is 35. This whole arrow here over here, electric company. When you take 1, 4, and 7, take 1 and put it to the 6, equals 7. Take 4, put it to the 3, equals 7. Take 7, put it to 9 is 16. You have the pilot light of man, equals 7. 3, 6, 9 connects to 1, 4, 7, electric company. Here is your time schedule right here. 8 and 11, 8 and 2, heads and tails. The picture suits upside down. This is the diamond. This is what will create this. The illusion of the hexagon. The cube, you see the galette, like the hockey puck that's within? 3 different layers of hockey pucks that spin inside Rubik's Cube. This side over here will say 39. You take 3 at the beginning, 36 at the end is 39, add 1, add 3 is 42. You take 2 at the beginning, you bring it over here to 35 equals 37, add 2, you have 39. You have 34 over here, add 1 is 35, add 2, you have 37. 37, the 0, 3 plus 7 is 10, equals to 0, equals to 7. 3 by 7 is 21, 2 and 1 equals to 3, 37 again. It's 35 in this row, 37 in this row, and over here is 39. But when you come to this one over here and you hit number 20, 6 and 2 becomes 8, 1 and 7 becomes 8. The betting of this board is when you bet directly onto any one of these single areas, okay, it's 35 to 1. Electric company. If you bet between here and here or here and here, it's the 7th gate and it's 17 to 1. 17 and 1 is 18. 1 plus 8, 1 times 8 equals 8 and 9 equals 17 and 27 and 17. You get B and A, AG and BG. Big, bad. Okay, win big, bad. Okay, 8. This one over here becomes 0. 1. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 7 and 8. 7 and 8 is 15. Becomes 6 again. 6 is hung in the sun. 54. Now this is what we're going to get to next. Now we showed 54, love in the sun. I'm going to show you something that I have not shown yet, and I'm way off base with many things. Okay, January 1st, January 10th. Okay. 10 becomes 6, becomes 7, becomes the 7th gate of 1 on January 10th, January 19th, January 28th, April 7th. 7 and 4. Why 7 and 4? Everything is 7 and 4, okay? There is no 9 and there is a 7. When you connect 1 to 6, you get 7. When you connect 3 to 6, you get 9. 3, 6, 9, 1, 4, 7. That's it. The only reason that we have different numbers is because of coordinates. That's all. But everything becomes the same thing in its own coordinate. Okay, so we looked at the butterfly over here. In order to connect the two sides of the butterfly, we put a cube. We put a cube, it turns the 3 into 2 8s. And then you can see the 3 that goes around it. Ace, okay, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 4 and 5. Sun and love again. The ace is the 14th card and the ace is the 11th card. The 11th card in blackjack. 1 over here, 1 over here, and 1 goes in between to connect the 2. Because in between everything is always 1 that divides the 2 sides. The ring, Milano, Milano. Milano in Italy says 1,000 rings. 1,000 rings, this becomes 1, 6, 6, 6. Automatically, all zeros become 6 because we count down and not up. When you get the average of counting down from 90 to 85, which is the spirit matrix, okay, your lowest number will be 6. So we show you this over here. Another thing I wanted to show you is 940 times 4 is 3760. The split between Jesus Christ and the Gregorian calendar, or if you want to go the Julian calendar, okay? Don't forget ace 14. Ace 14 and ace at the beginning because they reconnect together. This is what happens in poker, okay? The ace is both at the beginning and at the end. 5,700, 0 becomes 6,6, okay? 5,766, and we are going to be this year into the last year, into the 9th area, because we cannot move up partials at a time. 5766 plus 9 is 5775. How do we get this? 4 times 3760 plus 2 times 940. Okay, 940 if you want, which is 47 the other way, which is 8 times 47. 8 heaven of 4 and 7. Isn't this what it's all about? 4, 7, 0 equals 6. 6, or the O letter, keep them the same. G-O-D, God or dog, because that's where we are. God? There's no God. There's only rules and regulations if you want to live a good life. There's a system God in this world, but he's been hijacked. Can't explain that one. I really can't, so I shouldn't have opened up my big trap. Get my balls in the sand trap and have to knock them out with a pitching wedge. P and W, the 1/6 light of the beta creation, B and W. So we see how number 3, okay, Venus and the planet Jupiter, because they sang Aquarius, Aquarius. Aquarius and Mars, Aquarius and Mars, 5 and 4, 5 and 4, love, 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 love. Aquarius and Mars, the waterways within the mind. Mars is the 4 that makes everything go around. We take 2 triangles and we put them together. It comes together, we put a pin and we hold the 2 triangles and we can do this with them inside our brain. I can't explain it all, okay? Another thing I want to tell you is Valentine's Day is February 14th, okay? Which is the 2nd month, okay? And 14 is the high ace. That's the high ace because Delta, angel, man, 1 spirit, 1 and 4 is who man is. And when you multiply, he becomes 5 and 4. 5 times 4. 5 plus 4 is 29. 29 is the it system. It is the computer. 2 and 9 is 11. 2 times 9 is 18. 18 is the resident angel. 1 spirit. Inside 4 and 4 makes 8. The 9 card. I can't explain it exactly, but what I can tell you is when we come into this world and you're first, it's S and T equals to number 39. The same thing with Nibiru, R and U that is coming. R is 18, U 21 equals 39. Nibiru is coming here in the 369 39, other than the ST 39, which is 19, which is the first number, okay, on the second half of 18, which is created by the angel and the resident angel who takes part in the spirit world, which is us. 18, which is A, okay, which is in the R, which is in the A family. 1 and 8, okay, create your 19, which is your spirit. The letter S becomes the 19th one in the electronic world. When you create your R letter in the electronic world, you become 18, you become 19, plus the E world is 5, is 24. That is your X. The queen is on your head. B, the beta world. The O, the circle of life that we are in right now. Okay, B and O, which is 17, and the X box. 24 plus 17 is 41. 41 or 14th ace is who we are. If we go into Rubik's Cube, and we go into Rubik's Cube, and we start on minus, we start minus 14. Okay, let's say minus 15, we end up on B and O. Barack Obama, the box. 2 and 5 is 17. 215, 512 is the memory. The box that we connect to. I can't explain it. I can see it, but I don't totally understand how it works, but I see it in the numbers. What I do want to show you is that on February 13th, it becomes 1, 2, 3. Second month of the 13th day, 1, 2, 3. The next day is Jack of Love because Jack becomes 1 day old. He becomes the 14th ace. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 is 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 12, and 7 is 19, and that's how we get the letter S, as the R letter in the A family becomes that 19, in which A really doesn't exist, okay, until the electronic world number 5, which is 1 in the center of 4, but Jack does not exist, and the letter H is the 8th letter. The A family, A-C-H-E. The A only really exists when it gets to 8. Inside of 8, okay, is your H, and ACE is inside the word of H. So the 1 does not exist at the beginning. The 1, 2, 3 are how can I say, it's 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. That's the way it works. 1 and 9 becomes 1 and 1. 3 and 7 becomes 3 and 3. 5 is in the center. The wings of the butterfly, which is 3, 5, and 7, 3 and 7, now gets switched over to 7, 5, 7. We are in the year 757 right now, or if you want to call it, it's 3, 5, 3. The butterfly. All about how the butterfly controlled, and I like to know how it works because it works with the thyroid gland, and they say when the thyroid gland is not good, your humor is not good, and you get depressed. So I want to know how they're controlling that. Now, we spoke about the spade, and the spade is a card that can easily, when you put them back to back, the spade, you can create the diamond by the 2 stands, put them together, create the diamond, and the spade curls in and creates the club, and on the top, it creates the eyebrows, okay, with a pointed head. But they cut off that pointed head because you don't see it in us. Now what I want to say is that we have like this. Everything is about 44. I told you the 8 the H letter, the 8th letter, okay, 44, and the H, when it's a small h upside down, it becomes the 4 and it becomes the jack, okay? 4 and 10, 104. 104 becomes 164, and that is 11. Now, I'm all over the place, but let me explain to you something. 2 and 9, 3 and 8 is the church between the steeples. 4 and 7 is the doghouse that we're in, of the rules that we are pushed to follow, and we're always deeming ourselves down and never feeling good because of decisions that a book that we're not sure who really wrote it. But we know there's actually a few things that we shouldn't do, but the greatest thing that we know we should do is do for the better of everyone and not for the worse. So now, in between 4 and 7 is 5 and 6, and that's 11, and that's the howling of the wolf of the 7th gate. Why? Because 3 in numbers, I'm using numbers and I'm not using anything else, equals 56, and that's 11. 5 times 6, 5 plus 6 equals 30, and 11 is 41, and it's the only time you can get around the Monopoly and to the Mediterranean for the first time in the game because you have 2 dice and it's on go. Since 0 is involved in this, add 6 becomes 47 again. It's time, and we're back to the Oriental, back to our tail. When they say our tail, upside down, they talk about Asia. Well, it's sitting right there on Monopoly. So we're going to get this. Now, inside of that, let me show you another thing. But before I don't forget, the 44th day from April 7th to May 21st, Electric Company, which is all about the birthday of the box, to 44 days later, which is July 4th, to 44 days later, which is September 30th, the 273rd day, 3 times 91, 273, 1 deck of cards, 3 suits, 39 cards equals to 273. 4 days later, the Delta phase comes on October 4th. One of the reasons, and 11, Levet 11, and it may end at 20 minutes, but 11, Levet 11 asked me, where is the 5 days lost? Well, the 360 degrees and 3 suits that connect inside the 4 suits, okay? 39 cards, 13, 13, 13, make 3 suits, and then the diamond suit counts for 13, but it counts for more, but we're not going to get there right now. What happens? It falls on September 30th, okay? So we have to skip the next 5 days, October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then we start the year, okay, on October 6th, and we go all the way around to September 30th again, and the year of 360 degrees ends. One of the reasons is number for Jesus is 274, where the wolf is stuck inside the doghouse, number 56, 11, in between 7 and 4, 11. And I showed in the last video how that becomes Einstein, the moon, and how the spade, number 38, connects to the size and diameter of the moon, and etc. There is more. October 4th, 104, where 10, October becomes the month of July again. October is like July. So the 4th is 7 and 4 again. And this year we blow the ram's horn. We have 11 times in the year that we have the number 11 that goes with 7 and 4. April 7th, okay? April 16th and April 25th. July 4th, July 13th, July 22nd, July 31st, October 4th, October 13th, October 22nd, and the last one of the year, that's right, Halloween Day. The last one of the year, the last 7-4, the last dog calls. Now I'm going to show you how the numbers work between 3 and 4, okay? And first I want to show you that there are 7 months of 31 days that connect to 1, 3, 1, 1, because we end the month and we start the month equals 32. This is the entrance. This is the freezing point, and this is where we re-enter at 32 and 23. Now, is it the end of everything? It is, because when we multiply and add this, it becomes 11, becomes number 43. If we did it with number 23, we'd add 11, become number 34. This would become Barack Obama, the president right now, and JFK. This is the 4 months of 30 days. Remember, 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, 7 and 4 again, 7, 4, 1. Okay? Now we're going to take it down one more time. I think it's going to end in a minute. I want to show you how the number, where the wolf ends up and why. What happens, okay? Now I'm going to take my time and look for this. Okay? We know 5 and 4 creates the it system, the computerized system, okay? 7 times 4, 7 plus 4 equals 39. And again, we are, oh, it didn't end. Thank God it didn't end. Last time it ended on me. Not that I may not be able to find this video inside my system, but what's going on here? You want to know? I don't know. Everybody knows I like to paint, right? Paint the floor, paint the ceiling, paint the wall. See that time, 6:41? At 6:41, and I marked this 3 years ago or 4 years ago, but 6:41 this October, okay, we will be blowing the ram's horn. It will be the closing of the sky, and thanks to Jen Anu Revest, or Revesten, okay, she had made me aware and understanding of what the angels were all about. When we blow this horn, apparently, and I'm never really good at explaining the way it is, but it's for all the things, the crazy things that we should be thankful that ever went on in our entire life. And I am putting my shoes on the line, the sole of my feet, that this October and this summer will change man forever. In his last 5,000 years, you will never see this ever again, what's going to happen this year. And I'm only taking a guess based on all the numbers I know. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to back this up, and I wrote down a bunch of numbers. I want to go see if I have it over here. Okay. The age of Aquarius. Okay. Certain things to do with the dice, certain things to do. 175 is one of the numbers. And with 175, what happens is 75 is 3/4. So we would take 1, 3, and 4. If we had a dice and we didn't have 175, we'd have 3 different dice. It'd be one man throwing the dice of 3 and 4. That is part of the moon cycle, the DC power. How does the DC power, and the only 2 planets, Mars and Earth, do not have the letter U, compared to 3 planets that have SUN in it, in which 2 of them, Uranus, number 94, reverse it backwards, 47 times 2 is 94, and Venus come together as 2 suns. One is a low sun and one is a boomerang sun, because it's Uranus, it comes around, and Taurus is right through you, is the way I'm assuming it. Okay, the body in French is said 1/4 or un quart right away. 1 and 4 creates the sun again. Now here's what we're going to go. The cube has 8 points in the corner and 6 faces. This is what we have to do. The minute we want to calculate anything, it's always 2 dice. And how do we get 8? 6 and 2. 7 and 1 is the closed gateway. Forget about that. The only way to get 8 is 7 and 2. You cannot get 7 and 2 in dice. It's 6 and 2. Or 5 and 3 electric company connected to the dog, 6 and 2. 4 and 4 are the 2 areas of electric company. 6, 3 and 3, the 3 areas of the dice on each side. The 3 areas of the dice on each side. You want to turn it this way, you end up with N and Z. New Zoolander. Inside and underneath the Baltic, one of the reasons we have all these things down in Asia, taking a guess on all of this, is because there's something deep underneath, scientifically underneath that ocean, okay, that they're able to move. Because that's why we have, don't forget, everything had to do with water. Moses passed through the water. Noah flooded, they flooded everything, and Noah was in a boat on the water. Man's brain is through the water. They like the Suez Canal. They want the Baffin Islands. They want Panama Canal. They want to get all these things. It's all about water and electric. Hydra, has anybody heard of Hydra? There's a Hydra system that's inside Matrix that I know nothing about, but I've heard the name, and that's good enough for me. As long as I heard the name, I know it runs in the cycle. So this is how we make 6. 6 and 0 becomes 6. So that's man, right? Since 6 and 0 becomes 6, it becomes 6 and 6 becomes 12. 1 and 2 is 3, creation, in which I in Chandeline is number 1, and 2 is R in Chandeline, IR, which is interpreted when you go third, TH, time heaven, heads and tails, IR, internal I'm not sure, receptors. I don't know how it works, but this is how it works. If you have 4, then the other side will be 10. So if I say to you, we have 4, then we have 10. So if we have 10, okay, if we have 10, here's my 7, but the other side is a 7. So if we have 10, we have 7, we get 77. That brings the light. That's your Jesus Christ. That's your gateway. You want to make 6? When we make 6 in all the worlds, in one of the worlds, we make 6 like this. When we make 6 in this world, we make electric company in the other world. The cat reader, 2 and 4, okay, is the cat. Because CAT is the cat, but C is the third letter. A is the first letter. T is the second letter. 312. 312 CAT, 312, okay? Multiplied by 3. Why do we multiply by 3? The club, the diamond, the heart, and the spade. And you add again, because the diamond has to be added to it. That's why we only multiply by the 3 and add the diamond suit to it that connects everything, because that's what connects the heart of everything. And the butterfly is the diamond, okay? The diamond and the butterfly is made from a 3 and a V, which is Venus and Jupiter and Earth within inside of it. The other thing I want to mention is you want to have what? 5 is the opposite of 2, right? But I said we're going to get 6. There's your 6, 5 and 1. There's your doghouse. Here's your 3 and 1. Here's your 10. You want to get 8. So we're going to get 8 with 3 and 5. Here's your 3 and 5 for 8. You want to get 8 again? We're going to get 2. And we're going to get 6. Then we're going to get 8. And then we're going to get 6. What other numbers do you want to get? 4. 4. You want to get 4 and what? 4 and 5? That's 9. What's the opposite of 9 on dice? Should I turn it around? 5 and 9. And you want to hear something funny? FIVENINE, both equal 42, the cat. The 9 plays from the 5 position because it's in the middle of everything, just like the 9 card. 414 equals 99. Okay, now we were talking, and Levette mentioned to me, and I forgot what it was, but when we talk about number 11, it's the ace, because the ace is a V. So it goes to this world, it goes to that world, and one down the line bringing in the energy. Now we got peace between the two, because we're bringing the energy of the spirit, life, from a distant star system that we are in. Death does not exist other than life on the planet Earth. You don't have to believe me. But I will ask you to believe the others who have tons of experience. This is only my 3rd year. And don't count the 1st year, because what did I know? All I knew is when I started this, start writing. Don't throw anything out and collect it. And guess what? A dream has come to us. That's right. We have been blessed with a dream. A guy named Nicholas, who's been mentally disordered for the past couple of years and couldn't control it, is now starting to write and talk numbers. This is a blessing in disguise, okay? A blessing in disguise. Now I'm going to bring to you one part about Jupiter. Jupiter is number 99. To bring it into the 1010 world of perfection, that's your 11. To bring it into the 7 world, okay, you get 77. That's your perfection, because it's now 6 and 1, bringing man his light. We get Jupiter into the 13 world, we get 9 and 4. 9449, 4994. That is Jupiter. 1313 equals 44. Back to the heavens again, because it's Jupiter, okay, that is shared between us inside of where Mars is, where Earth of the... Well, how are we made? We're made out of Earth. We're sitting between 2 planets, Saturn, okay, that has no spirit, and Jupiter. J and S. J10, S19, 29. There's your 29. Because J is 10, give it a 6, equals to 35. We have electric company that comes out of the 10, which is Jack. Jack home, Jew, pi, tear. Let's split us apart. And share, it means 1/3 of. I mean, come on. Let's take a look at the football field. 53 yards and 1/3? 1/3? Why couldn't they make it 54 yards? 6, 1, and 3 points, the same as Moses? They added on the 2-point plate because of beta. The Hebrew says bet and vet because man comes from animals. They tested everything on animals, then they made us just a little bit different, not a little bit better. If we were a little bit better, we wouldn't walk down the street and say, oh, look how fat that one is. Oh, look what that one looks like. We wouldn't walk down the street like that. That's not the way we were. Let me show you something else. Okay? I just want to get this out. I want to show you again. I've showed this many times. 1776. The size of the moon, 3476. Here is number 57. Okay, we come over here, 21, 35 electric company, and 31 AC power of the 9 birth of the 2 and 2 world. This number over here is Grover Cleveland. Why? Because if you look at the post in Sesame Street, he's holding up 4114. 4114, okay, is 3663. And I'm going to show you in the 7 world how 3663, Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and the 24th president, pushing and distorting the rest of the presidents before anything happened. Okay, why did they do it after number 21? Because they couldn't do it before. The cube equals to 21. That's why they couldn't do it before. If we start off, and you cannot start off other than 14, because around the cube, okay, around the cube, no matter what I do with this, okay, this is going to equal to 14. And I've done this before. 1, 5, 11, 14, 2, 7. That's how it works. How many grams do you want? Hey, grams, how's it going? Okay, this is what we're, and not only that, how about the letters T and D, the way we have a hard time saying send or sent. T and D is French and English for 10 and zis, okay? I'm going to show you, I have so many things. I even have I have plenty of figures for the end of time. 2021, this is 43, Barack Obama times 47, time and space equals to this. 41, USA equals to 41. Add the 6, we have the dog and the cube, 47. Again, who's in between the communication of 5 and 6? I'm going to show you how that works. But first we're going to go over here. 5781, 123 times 47, or ABC times 47 equals to 5781. Before Moses came, it was 21 and 21. Abraham and Jacob equaling to 1974. Christ and the moon. The moon is inside man's head. That's why he gets the first part of 19, and the reason the moon is 19. And not only that, the moon is 57. 2 zeros equals 6. Give the moon another 12 equals 69. The moon talks like a dog. And you want to know something? The calf and the cow that jumped over the moon is all because, I know I won't go into that. Okay? 7755. 77 and 55 is 132. The year we're in is right over here. Okay? I want to show you something that I jumped over, and I have to go back. Chaldean. Does everybody see this? Chaldean. And I wouldn't know Chaldean, but I knew Jen liked it so much that I had to get into it, and I still haven't learned enough in it. And here's Chaldean. Here goes the spirit light. Okay, 168 hours on the cross of man, 62. Jupiter is, that's what it says. 7, 15, 16, 20, 27. The red dog. 2 and 7 is 9. Jupiter, 99. Back to 9 again. This is Chaldean. 99 plus 27 is 126. Back to the dog again. Now I'm going to show you where we get the wolf. Okay? And I'm not finished with this because this tells you everything about life. Here. The wolf. Here's the wolf. 56, 65. Why? Because 3 and 7, which makes a perfect 10, both equal to 11 in their numbers. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 and 2, 6 and 2. This is 6, 8, 8, 6, which becomes 2, 4, 4, 2, and it shows you how the cat is connected. But don't worry about that. I didn't want to show you this. I want to show you this one. No, that's not the one either. Wow, how come I'm jumping? Let me go to the next one. Here's the wolf. 65 is 7. It's also wolf, and also for the flow. To bring it into the 7 world, because in order to bring, You cannot have the 13 world, 1 and 3 is 4, and the 7 world is 7 and 4 again. We cannot have the 10 world because it's the 10 world, the V of the butterfly, that connects the two sides together. So here's the 7 world, 6 and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 6 and 1. We have 7, 7, 7. Now let's minus this from it and see what we get. Electric company, 11, 5 and 3 and 3, 5 and 3 and 3, because it's this side and then it's this side. There's nothing more than 3 numbers, don't forget. Don't forget when you count in 1,000, it's the same thing. Here's the same thing, 7, 7, 7, 7. 11, 11, 11 equals 13, 31. 4 times 6, 4 plus 6 equals to 10 and 24 in Roman numerals. This equals to 34. Earth and Mars. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 12 and 7 equals 19. Man in the moon, right here. Man in the moon, one part of the moon inside his head. Don't take me seriously. Don't take me seriously. You study this yourself. Another thing I wanted to show you, 33 times 47, Jesus equals 74. Christ equals 77. 77 and 74 equals 151. 1 take away 6, 3 take away 4, 3 take away 4, 1 take away 6. Now we're Christ. The Christ element is the thing that goes around your head, and it's the electric company that when it spins, it has it can bring the two sides together. I don't know exactly how it works. I think there's a crossing beam, just like the Twin Towers. But do you remember that thing they threw on Jesus' head with the thorns? They screwed up our vibrations inside of our DNA. Number 14. Man's number is number 14. So obviously, if you need to make man without his connection, 3 times 14 is 42, and that's the number of man, and it's also the cat. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. 8 and 2 and 4 and 6 is 10, 10. 0 and 0 in the 10, 10 add 6 each. The one spirit of the 6 light, 77 of the Christ. That's the way it works. It's not me. So what we do is, I'm going to show you one more thing over here. 5-4, the IT system, which is the computerized system, which works off the moon, the fox, Y fox, add 1 to 9, it equals 45. Okay, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 3 and 4, 2 and 5, 7, 7, 7. If we minus it, we get 3, 1, 1, 3, which is the same number over here, which is 11, 11, 11, connecting all 3 worlds. Okay, that's what we get over here. And at the same time, we get the same thing over here. This is what creates your third moon and everything. When you go 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, it's 56. This is your number 11. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, that's your number 11. 2, 1 and 1 is 2, and 8 and 2, time heaven. Listen to this. Let's go. First, ST. Last, ST. 39 and 39 equals 33 Christ. 3 times 9 is 27 red. 3 and 9 are both red and are on the right-hand side. You take the 3, and you take the 3 and you connect it down to the 7 equals 10. You take the 1, connect it down at the bottom, equals 10. But like I said, throw out 7 and 9. 1 and 1 is 2. 3 and 3 is 6. 6, 22, 6. And that's all the man has wrote. Man is in between 3, 4, 5. Electric company with the mind of Earth. I mean, with the connection of the Mars moons and Luna putting together to connect a man's head, number 19. And that's how we get electric company and man connecting to the universe and connecting all through the power of the sky that has no electrical equipment, and that's Jupiter. No gasoline, no electrical equipment, no nothing. Just by the movement and the tilt, everything is powered up. We are using gasoline for nothing. We need a little bit of oil for the lubrication, but if man had wings, he can fly, and we wouldn't have to call Delta to get our wings back. We wouldn't have to get license plates. We would avoid all accidents and deaths. Do you know that over 250 million people have died in the last 50 years because they are starving? Not because there were no food in the world, because it was made that way. Where else am I going to go with this? I had one more piece to go. Yes. First ST, second ND, third RD, fourth TH. Okay, but it's electric company TH. So I'm going to show you that the angel, how the angel comes in. First, second, third. ST is 39. ND is going to be 18. 666, 1 and 8. And RD is 22, makes 40, equals to 79. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 and 9 is 16. 63 is the angel. 1 and 6 is the light. Back to 7 and 9 again. This, okay, into the 7 world, 9 and 7 is 16, becomes 7. 3 and 1 becomes the 10, 10. And 6 and 4. You remember 6 and 4? 6 times 4, 6 plus 4 is 24 and 10. That's the cat in man's head, and that's how we work, because 34 equals Earth and Mars, and 19 connected back to the moon. ST for first, ND for second, RD for third. We have a standard death coming into this world, ETH. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I ain't done yet. Thank you for watching this video. Now the question is, how do we stop it?